These conversations happened on the evening of October 13, 2020, at Jane's Bar in a usually quiet town in Indiana. Everything you hear is true and plausible.
Yeah, well, maybe these folks will be ready to start one.
Yeah, if anybody shows up, the government goes and tells them to stay home and watch TV because they got us all under control.
Yeah, unless you got a kid who drank the water or knew someone who got the virus. No reason to waste any more of your valuable time.
Yeah, and the water deal was just the beginning. It's when they started complaining about government corruption and the lack of medicine tests. Feds didn't want to hear about it. And then they were talking about people being locked in their homes. And you know what? That's not going to fly with the people in this town. Oh, here they come now. Hey, we'll be right with you. All right, go check their temperature before you sit them.
Oh, make sure they're not coughing.
Oh, yeah. What am I, that canary you told me about that they send down to the mine to see if it survives?
All right, listen, why don't you kind of take charge? Talk about that contract and constitution stuff that'll take our country back and get this economy going again. But just give them a chance to say what they want to say. That way no crazy shit happens.
Okay.
Just don't let yesterday use up too much of today.
Hey, I've got a big crowd coming over right now talking about the environment and this coronavirus stuff. You know, the government's got to start listening to us and stop making the same bad decisions over and over again. You!
Well, my environmentalist friend. I figured you'd show up today. Just don't forget there's only two ways to make things happen, right? And again, with all this crazy shit going on in this country, we only got one more chance to make our country ours again.
Right on, my brother. You said it. That's right. That's right.
Agreement from my teacher and retired buddies over there. Always nice to have somebody educated agree with me, right?
Hey, thanks, man. But us retired guys, we don't count for much anymore, man. You know that.
I was talking to my teacher buddy.
All right, hey, guys. Hey, and if any of you want to order anything, just let us know. Joe here was giving his take on this crap going on.
That's right. It's always nice to have someone who has no choice but to listen to me and what I have to say. I mean, that's why I leave him such a big tip.
Yeah, tip. Hey, his last tip was for me to make his drink stronger. But this stuff with people getting poisoned and now having business closed because they can't figure out a solution for this virus, it's terrible.
Yeah, you know, that's just another excuse they have for throwing us out of that center, thinking we wouldn't meet anymore, right? They just don't want us to join together, and we freaking listen to them all the time, too.
Yeah.
Well, when I close, I'm out of business and can't pay my rent or my employees, and the government was closing schools, theaters, restaurants, churches all around the country. No public gatherings, no touching or going near each other, and ordered people to stay in their homes.
Jesus, man. You know, with the churches still closed, everyone's going to be questioning their faith and their freaking freedom of religion, too.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it's when they started separating us on so many issues, we actually didn't get together to fight back on the ones we agreed upon. I mean, now they physically separate us from each other so we couldn't join together to either question or offer solutions as to what they're doing about this virus. And that's the problem.
Well, what about social media?
Look, we all agreed on what happened with the water fiasco, but they kept us busy arguing about a bunch of other things. Now with these grim reports from the media and government about this virus, we can't argue with them about how they're trying to fix it.
Now we're all going to suffer and nothing's going to get fixed.
So no one hears or cares about all these poor people and their kids who still don't have safe water.
I got news for you, pal. Unfortunately, nobody's going to be talking about the lead in the water anymore. It's yesterday's disaster. They're going to have us arguing about a whole bunch of other stuff from now on.
Yeah, and fighting each other, we let a bunch of traitors take away our hope for our future. And so now look around us. This is our future. I mean, really.
Yeah, you know, thinking politicians, man. This is some choice of candidacies they give us every election, right?
Yeah, now for president, we have a choice between someone who lies all the time and someone who can't remember them.
Yeah, right. Oh, and now we got to watch them all running around like chickens with their head up their asses, trying to figure out this virus shit and all the other stuff they can't figure out, right?
Well, yeah, to me, the virus seems simple. It's contagious by close contact. So it's easily spread, you know, a sneeze, a cough. If you're wearing a mask and gloves and far enough away, chances are you won't absorb any of those potentially deadly drops. Just don't touch your face.
They take it a lot further by just keeping us that much further away from each other too, right?
Yeah, but it's the way they did it. They shut everything down so the economy tanks and people become poorer than they were before. And pretty soon, the cure becomes worse than the virus. At least with the disease, there's hope that you won't get it. And if you do, you'll recover with no damage done. You know, with losing your business or job, you don't have any money to spend. And when consumers aren't consuming, more jobs are lost. So there's no hope.
Thanks to the visionaries who didn't see this stuff coming, right?
But the doctors reported that the only way to stop its circulation, or at least limit the rate it's spreading, is to separate the population from each other, limit groups, or quarantine.
Ha ha ha, Miss Reporter. Now don't y'all hold back, because she's here.
Oh, don't you worry. After listening to these folks, I could tell you they aren't shy about speaking out. But this thing about keeping people separate from each other, it needs a better explanation.
I agree. So to them, separation is the perfect answer for stopping the spread of all contagious disease. So using that logic, should we stay locked up in our homes to save the 60,000 of us who die from the flu every winter? And should we cut back on how much we drive to save some of the 50,000 who get killed in car accidents every year? I mean, I never thought I'd see the day where so many people were afraid of dying that they were willing to stop living. Listen, life is a balance of risk and reward, and we get to make those choices that benefit us the most.